everybody, welcome back to my channel, and I'm Alpha's Kingdom, and today is another episode of Warframe Build Test, where we take one Warframe and use one of its abilities or all of them and kill a butt ton of enemies. And today's showcase is all about Octavia, and I've already teased this video on a previous video before, and I was going to upload it last week, but the video had issues, and I didn't feel like it was the perfect video to upload. It was me rambling on. I'm going to make this short and simple. And if you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And before we even get into the video, make sure you hit that bell button. And if you also like Octavia, also in the comment section, talk about how you think she would be better if she had more health or more shields. Because I think if she had more shields, she'd be probably more efficient. Because I went for health, because you can't go for both. There's not enough space on there because you need it. And without further ado, now let's get into the video. Oh my gosh, I had an eye scratch. Okay, so for Octavia, I don't really have much on her. I went more on strength. I pretty much ditched range, and I'll get into that in a minute. Now, on top of that, I have Continuity, Intensify, Transient Fortitude, Constitution, Narrow-Minded, and then I also have Streamline, Flow, and Vitality. And then for my aura, I have Energy Siphon. Now, the reasons why I left off a lot of range is mainly, it was my sole purpose of one, I don't really need it. I'm not nuking rooms with it, and I'm not about to spend 4 forma on her, because then she won't be fun for me to use. I'm not trying to do that to myself, okay? That's boring. There's no point going crazy on a build if you're not going to use her often. And I have used her often, so I was using my Valkyrie lately because I didn't want to wear her out to the point where I was bored using Octavia, you know? That's why I didn't upload the last video. It wasn't the way I wanted it to be, and I wanted to use her more often and find things that worked and didn't work. And what didn't work was a lot of freaking range. It was ridiculous, because if I was to put overextended on her, there wouldn't be any room for any things I do need. So I just went for duration and strength and a good amount of efficiency, which was just one streamline and less range. But hey, you gotta sacrifice something. Sometimes someone we all know has been nerfed. Rest in peace, its damage. But it's still not that bad, so I still use it. My Piranha, I think you guys have seen probably twice now, I'm not sure. And I've also been trying out this weapon, because I don't know if it's good. I've only heard good news about it, about healing people. I don't get the heal buffs. I use it because it's really quick, even though it does a low amount of damage. It's still pretty effective without having to go crazy on a damage booster. You could just go solely on this. So that's why I prefer it better. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, let's get into the video. I've been stalling doing this. So first off, we're not going to do that. We're actually going to put 20 Corrupted Butchers level 100. We're going to grab all the energy. Now, okay, I need to stop doing that. Now, the first ability that she has is probably the most OP ability I've seen to these little things. It's called Mallet. As you can see, Mallet is probably the most overpowered ability I have absolutely seen in a long time. You just chuck the damn thing down, and before you know it, they're all dead. Okay, my cat needs to shut up. There's nothing there. It's just, Mallet is probably one of the most overpowered things towards armored enemies. Since a lot of the enemies are solely based off of heavy armor, it's pretty good that we can use Octavia's Mallet to pretty much kill them in a short amount of time. Now, combining that with the Resonator, and you practically have a walking death trap on wheels. Now, let me combine it with Resonator. Let me just throw Mallet down without dying. And then Resonator. Ooh, don't kill me. And you could just sit back and that's not it. Ooh. Oh. I'm sorry, this is so much fun. I forgot you could just dance while they're dying, because I was able to do that in a survival I was doing with people on the moon. Is there even a survival? I'm not speaking correctly, but I did something on the moon and we were all doing the same dance on the sync because everything was dying near time. I wish the dance did something like a damage buff or something. Mallet, Resonator. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. Yeah, that's one of my cons to her. She's really squishy, but that makes sense since she's overpowered. Okay, let's throw this down really quick. Let me just get behind them. No, get into the bubble and die. Okay, perfect. And now you can actually sit back and dance. Oh gosh, they're coming. Ah! See what I mean? This weapon's pretty good if I do say so myself. And also, like I said before, you could just sit back and dance while your resonator and mallet go do all the work for you. It's really fun. It takes away from having to do a lot of the work on dumb crap. I mean, you can focus on actually doing other things, like typing in the chat if we're gonna stay longer. It makes it easier. I did not actually mean to press that, but okay, I guess it wants me to do it. And now, on top of that, her third ability is actually called Metronome. Get away from me. Okay. Hold up. I need to do this real quick. Okay, invisibility. Ooh. Ooh, no. Okay. So by mallet metronome, gosh dang it. What metronome does is practically gives you buffs depending on what you do. My favorite is when you squat. What it does is it just gives you an invisibility buff. And Nocturne is the invisibility buff. So I have 23 seconds on it, and I also have speed buff for jumping, I think. I don't know. Also combine this with everything else is good. Combining all these actually together makes her a little bit too strong, because you can earn a damage buff and a speed buff depending on what you're doing. Like, I think invisibility, it makes you do a lot more damage. That's why I'm always having it on. They can't see you, so they're not going to put up their, like, defense towards you, or their damage. So, in my opinion, it just seems to work way better if you're using metronome, mallet, and resonator together, because then you get this effect where you're doing a lot of damage at the same time. Oop, I'm still invisible. For 4 seconds, let me wet this wear off, and then we'll get to the last ability. Come on, hurry up now. There. Now, combining all these together with Amp, which is her triangle ability, as I call it, or her last ability, which is Amp, what it does is just amplifies all the sound near you and boosts the range and does more damage. So, at the end, using Amp makes you 10 times stronger than what you would expect to be. Mallet already one-shots them, we already know this. So, combining Mallet and then all these together, this just kills them really quick. Granted, they are level 100, so it's gonna take a second. But, as you can see, these little things on the floor right here, these are the sound, pretty much, is amplifying it. And the radius of it, while it's near amplify, well, amp, makes it big. And I tried doing this with actually overextended, and it took up this entire room. Like, the yellow bars were out to there, actually. I can remember, because I had stretch, and I also had overextended on. So I had about over 200 speed. Now without further ado, let's get into the pros and cons of Octavia. Okay, first off, the pros, as we usually do. Let me just... Okay, much better. So, first off, the pros. One, she's fantastic for low levels. She doesn't require much work to put into her to make her that strong. She's pretty much basic. You throw what you need on her, and then you just let the rest do what it needs to do. Her second pro, she's very fun to color. I've never really had much of a problem only finding colors that didn't fit together. A dark blue and yellow and white and black is what I'm using right here, and I think it looks nice for the time being until I find more colors. Also, I do notice that when you use the ice palette on her, it looks great. So if you have the ice palette, go ahead and use it on her. It will look fantastic. I've already tried. It looks good. Now, on top of that, her third pro, she is great for holding down a defense in a way. All she has to do is cast Mallet. Like, let's just chuck it off the edge there. That was actually quite dope. It's so much fun to do that. So if you cast Mallet, what happens is that it just does like the drum damage across like the radius of it. So putting that down by a defense plus metronome and also using your resonator, you can hold down a defense while being invisible, and then putting Amp down would just make your radius of defending it even greater so they can't get near you. And then it makes it even better because then they can't kill you or they can't get to the defense cryopod. So you can hold it off while doing other things like protecting a low level, you know? It just works better. That's why I'm always doing a defense with Octavia or Limbo. Also, Limbo will be the next Warframe build test if you guys are wondering, and soon probably will be Oberon. Now, let's get on to the cons. Her con, she made it extremely hard for me to decide if I wanted health or shields. I don't know what I wanted. even though if I use my carrier, I can boost my shields up. Also, plus my taxon, I can just boost it up and be fine. But I didn't know, because like, I'm always using my Kavat, which is over there, named Spooty if you didn't know. Also, on top of that, I didn't know what I wanted to use. It was slowly based off of preference and what you wanted, then what would work best. I decided to go for health because her shields are actually quite trash if you haven't noticed. They're 225. I think her health is a little bit higher than that. But I decided to go with health because her shields disappear extremely fast. And I was like, why not just have a lot of health so I can at least hold myself down so I get somewhere to heal, you know? Or have a Trinity nearby. It just, health is more efficient than going for shields for her. She doesn't really have much of a shield, like, pool. So it's just better to go for more health than shields in my preference. Don't get me wrong. If you like shield, by all means, do you. Now, the second con to her, she was quite hard to farm, say the least. Okay, I had to buy her. And I'll admit it, I'm a very impatient person. I bought her because it took me a while to get her parts. The helmet was a little beach, okay? I'm gonna say beach because I don't want to curse on this channel. On top of that, it was really impossible to get that dang helmet. Was it the helmet? Yes, it was the freaking helmet. I got the chassis in the system's first try. No, second try actually. And on top of that, it made it extremely hard to get the helmet because for some reason the helmet just doesn't want to drop. The chassis is the easiest part. It literally drops when you do like the music room area thing. It always drops in there. Like it's not gonna like not show up. It does. Got that first try. System second try, then the helmet I could not get. I farmed for about a week, did not get it. So then I was like, you know, I'm splurged by platinum and buy her. And I did, as you can see. And I also did buy some music things too while I was at it. I wanted to get more, but I wish they weren't 50 platinum. That's the downside to the music. And her third con, and this is pretty much biased to me, but when I expected her Manticore to do music, I was expecting like you could like, why can't you go and import sounds or something? Like that should be an update or something. Some type of update. They should make it to where you could go to like the internet, download a song or like music, like certain sounds, like bass of your own or something, and import it into the PS4. So you can use that sound. Like you can do that for Share Factor by importing your music now. And you also do that by computer like Spotify with your phone. So why can't you do that for Octavia and Warframe where you just like get a flash drive, plug music in, and bam, you got music. Also same for PC and Xbox. Why? They made it so subjective where you have to buy the instruments to, well, instrumentals to make the music. And it's not fun because it's very limited to what you can create with Manticore. I have seen some fantastic music though, don't get me wrong. But I do not appreciate the lack of music that we have. I wish you could import music because then it'd be way more fun to like do the Eye of the Tiger song, even though you already can, but like with the actual sound of it in the background while you're just dancing, because then it'd be funny because people can hear that song and then they'll be like, oh, I want that. Then all they have to do is just copy it from you. But then you would like leave a link to go download the music. Like they could just make it on their forum where you can download music or tell us how to. That'd be way better than having these very little amount of music instrumentals. I think we have like 5 or 6. I'm not sure. We don't have much. And it makes it hard when you're trying to make music with her for Manticore. You know, it's basically based off of what you do with the notes to make it stronger. But I would prefer if you had more of like your own suggestions of music, or like guitar strings, or something just to add in. Something better. I don't like how they make it so very little, but so much. You know what I mean? They did a lot on her. I appreciate what they have done. But I would like it if you could just like import sounds or music, because then you would have more of a variety to mess around with. Now, if they did that, I would be hecka, that's not even a word. Okay. I'd be extremely happy if they did that. It'd be way better than having to sit here and use her already installed music into the game than having to import. Now that should be another thing they should do in the update. Like when they give her augments, they better do some importing of music. I'm gonna like go all over the forum with that. Also, if you haven't noticed, on top of that, there's not that many variety of music you can go off of with the music they already had. Besides, I understand copyright notices and all that, so that makes plenty of sense. But I wish they could do that soon or eventually, or pay music, because then it'd be better in a way. So yeah, without that, If you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell button. And if you like this video, comment in the description. Comment down below, rather if you prefer to have imported music, or you like the music that's already here now. And also on top of that, leave a like if you like the video for Octavia, and also share this around to see how many likes we can get on it, and also if more people want to see how she is based off of. Now, I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, if you guys want me to do Oberon's rework, leave that in the comment section if you want me to, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!